Just the second half.
Oh, dude, you can use the headphones, the big ones, big puffy
No,
ones.
these are good.
No, Jack, don't.
No.
No, I'm good.
Those
Hey
have
everybody,
better mic.
my kiddo is trying to give me an upgrade on my headphones, but we're gonna stick with my old ones. This is a Battle Royale playoff game. Joining in progress, 6-0 Ashland, leading with the ball. They got the ball first in the second half, and it looks like a defensive struggle so far. 3-0. Both. It looks like 2 field goals. Let's take a look at the box score real quick. 3rd and 10 here. Yeah, 2 Will Lutz field goals in the second quarter, as the Ashland Golden Eagles, I think, on top. Let's look at their team names. And the Orange County Ramblers. 3rd and 10 here, 3-3-5 showing blitz as Rick tries to stop this drive. So he doesn't want to choke. He wants to make sure he makes a good defensive call. And he does. Stops it for just a 3-yard gain. He wasn't messing around. It's a crucial stop there, and he'll get a chance to take over with the ball and try to take the lead. Look at that touchdown on 4 by Will Fuller. Fair catch caught though as Ashland pins him inside the 10. Let's take a look at this. Lead open. 2016 Battle Royale. The Ramblers were the 2nd seed in this regular season, and they picked the Ashland Eagles, just Ashland Eagles. Off tackle left, and LaShawn McCoy gets a short gain. They picked the Ashland Eagles as their opponent. That's what we allowed to do. Hold on, kiddos. No more peanut butter. Don't anymore. 1st and 10 out to the 22. My kids try to steal a couple scoops of peanut butter. That's it. After that, guys, you need to brush your teeth, okay? 1st and 10. Got left to Jordan Reed, picks up 5, guessed right. The Ramblers have been Big Ben Roethlisberger as their quarterback. Looks like the LA Rams receivers with Kenny Britt. And Will Fuller is the kick returner for Houston, but he's starting him as a flanker. Buffalo Bills halfbacks and the Washington Redskins tight ends. We draft units. We've got the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. So 2nd and 5. Gillisley in the backfield. Great guessed wrong card. And he's been a good guessed right card. He's one of the top backs in the set. 3-4 showing blitz for Dale. Off tackle left to Gillisley. Nose tackle -1 or +3. And Brandon Meebane with his belly roll makes the stop, but he does allow him to pick up 3 yards. Checking the broadcast. Going to a full house here at their own 30. McCoy and Gillisley in the backfield. So it's a run call. Guessed wrong, but it hits a blank on Big Ben's card. Whoever wins here advances to the final 4 of the Battle Royale playoffs. 54-yard punt by Riley Dixon. And the Eagles have Quan Braid back there ready to return. He picks up 4 yards. So they'll take over at their own 20. Their team is made up of Andrew Luck at quarterback, so the Indianapolis quarterbacks, Pittsburgh halfbacks, Dallas tight ends, blocking backs, Des Bryant, so Dallas receivers too. And the kid Tom Link that invited him to join. And we'll do a little invite here. Get him on the broadcast. Tom, of course, is the gold standard. Rick says, be right back. 1 minute. That's perfect. So Tom can join us. 9:54 to go in the 3rd. Ashland up 6-0 over the Ramblers. The favorite Ramblers. I would say Vegas probably had them as a touchdown favorite. Like I said, Ashland went 9-6, and the Ramblers went 12-3. But still, when they played each other in the regular season, it was Ashland losing 34-27. So yeah, Vegas likes to set those lines exactly the same sometimes as what happened in the regular season. We got Jordan Todman in the backfield. Todman, of course, is Jacksonville Jaguar, I believe. No, Indianapolis Colts. He's part of the Indy fullback tight end. Well, it must be a halfback fullback. Yeah, he's a halfback. So the Indy running backs must be on this team too. Michael Reed's looking for a game. Let me see if I can delay until this game's over. Okay, Rick is back. Seven-yard flat pass to Andrew Luck. Second and 3. Score outright to Beasley, picks up 7. So Dale's flat passing his way down the field. First and 10 now. Ashland out to their own 34. They go 3 wide, and Rick responds with a 3-3-5. Off tackle right to Todman. It's going to go for 18 yards. He takes advantage of the plus 10 added to the run when you hit the double box. It's not a double box. It's actually just a box on the 8 roll. 8 box, I guess you'd say. First and 10 now. Quick out left to Witten. Defender -1 or +4. This league does not use dump offs. It does not use white die 6. That was the defender -1 or +4. The white die was only a 5 anyway, but it was Carl Joseph's 5 against the white die 5. That loses a yard. So second and 11, 7:30 to go in the third quarter.
Hey, Dennis.
Hey, Tom, what's up?
Can I get a game? Can I get a game number?
Oh, I thought you. Sorry about that. I didn't see that.
Slack me a game number. It's easier to watch it in game.
Got it. Second and 11 here. Pull that out. Where was the game number? It was in my email. Here it is.
I can do a local watch game, or I have to pick this game.
Oh, that's right. You need the pre-file. So here's what you need to do: is just grab either restore the lead file or grab the pre-file. I'll give you the it's this Battle Royale website.
I have the website. All right, just do your thing, and I'll catch up if I can.
Okay, 3rd and 11, 7:12 to go in the third quarter. Ashland has creeped over into Rambler territory. Now, let's tell Tom. I was telling the guys, the people watching this, the thousands and thousands of people watching this, because YouTube will stay up forever, and in 20 years or so, Strat-O-Matic will be the hottest game since Fortnite. Bomb to Des Bryant. It's a long gain, 0-minute zone. He picks up 38 yards. So as I was saying, the Ramblers were 12-3 in the regular season. We only had 16 teams. We play each team once, no home field advantage, and they were the number 2 seed. They chose Ashland as their opponent. I know you like that rule. And Ashland was 9-6, so they were 3 games worse, and they lost to Orange County in the regular season. But they are in control here, leading 6-0, calling a good defensive game. Their offense is starting to warm up as they just see Andrew Luck hit Des Bryant for a 38-yard gain to put him at 1st and 10 at the Orange County 11. Off tackle right to D'Angelo Williams. He's got the Steelers halfbacks, but he also has Jordan Todman as an option, who has a pretty good card because he picked up the who did he pick? How does he have them? I can't remember. I think he must have picked up the return unit of Houston, but oh no, it's Indy. He's on Indy. But how does he have Swain? Swain is a Dallas Cowboy. So is Witten. So he has the Dallas fullback tight end blocking back set. Tottenham must be a returner, but I thought he had Houston's returners. Dallas's receivers. Let's see if I can look at the computer manager. Not letting me hear. 3-4 showing blitz, 2nd and 6. We'll unravel that mystery. The Jordan Todman mystery. I can just pull up the draft sheet and it'll remind me. Pitch out left to D'Angelo Williams, offensive onside guard, +8 or +3. He only gets 3. That'll bring up 3rd and 3 at the Orange County 4-yard line. Big play here. Jordan Todman. He was not a Steeler, was he? Indianapolis. Halfback kick returner. So, Will Fuller is on. That's right. So he does have the Jacksonville kick returners. Will Fuller's on the Ramblers. That's where I got a little confused. He's got the Jacksonville kick returners, which has Juan Bray and Jordan Todman. So he picked up a nice, useful second halfback there. He doesn't bring him in here, though. He's got D'Angelo Williams, Jeff Swain. It's a curl to Dez. Guessed right, but +13 on Luck's card. This is a nice Luck card. Guessed wrong. It's got all kinds of action except for that 7. But he hit a 5. Guessed right. There was a sack chance, but Sheldon Richardson couldn't beat Jake Matthews. And it's 12-0 pending the extra point. Will he go for 1? Or will he try to go for 2 and make it a 2-touchdown game? I think you're probably a little too early here to go for 2, especially when you have a good kicker like Will Lutz. Let's see what Dale decides to do. That's happened quite a few times where a higher seed will choose a lower seed, and the lower seed gets fired up and pulls off the upset. That might be what we're seeing here with Dale.
Right now, Dennis, when you asked me if I wanted to watch the game, or if I wanted to help you finish calling the game, I didn't realize it was a playoff game.
This is a semifinal game. Both of these teams were among the final 7. Whoever advances here makes the final 4. So there is money on the line. If you make the final 4, you get your entry fee back plus a little bit more.
So the quarterfinal, not a semifinal.
Whoever wins here will advance to the final 4 teams. Right now, the 7 teams.
Yeah, so it's a quarterfinal.
Yeah, this is a quarterfinal game. Right.
Okay.
Guessed wrong call. Short pass there for the 2-point conversion, and it's 14-0 Ashland. So
is this Dale Van Dieven, the DVD?
Yes, it is. The Duvda.
Oh, nice.
Can I have a Duvda?
And you said Rick was 12-3-1?
No, just 12-3. We only had 16 teams in Battle Royale because we missed out on the mighty Tom Cook. Dale was 96.
Well, you know how I feel about modern leagues with no dump-off, Dennis.
Yeah, I'm thinking about adding it in. I
probably still wouldn't play because I was busy this year anyway. So, do you want me to pick up some play-by-play, or do you?
Yeah, why don't you take over play-by-play?
All right. So here we go. We got the Ramblers here, 4:30 to go in the third quarter. They're down 14-0. They're on 41-yard line. LaShawn McCoy is the halfback. So I imagine you probably picked up this game somewhere around halftime, right, Dennis?
Yeah, it was 6-0 at the half, and they said
we can keep sharing your screen because I'm watching on my screen. It's fine. I'll tackle left to Shady. One linebacker there, 7 to short gain, 15 yards on a first down across midfield. Rick's Ramblers still have time. They need 2 touchdowns. Get one first. Even technically, they could settle for a field goal if they had to. Of course, you don't want to do that, but we're saying if they absolutely had to. Shippers can eat Rick guess wrong. Defender extra short gain. What's the defensive rating on Dale's team, Dennis?
Dale is a good average, I believe. Let me just double check that. No, they're good.
It's good. It's a 3-4 defensive team, and you can see why Rick did well. The combination of Big Ben and LaShawn McCoy is pretty tough.
Yeah, and remember that unit also has Mike Gillisley, who's a mighty fine back in his own right.
That's right. Montez left of Vernon Davis. A lot of weapons on this Rick team. Lumber extra short gain incomplete. And no Ferragamo interceptions to worry about here in 2016. 3rd and 10 for Ashland at the 3rd and 10 for Orange County at the Ashland 44.
Jack Barrett makes the play 4 against the 4. Now, I like that now that they have that second column to show the short game results. As soon as you see a blank, you know that the defender made the play.
That's right. 3rd and 10, 3-wide shotgun. Rick doesn't strike me as a draw play type of guy. Short will follow cover by 6. There's that 4-man defense incomplete. And Rick will punt it with the vaunted Riley Dixon. Oh no. 15-yard shank out of bounds. The dreaded 0-yard net punt.
Wow. I don't think
Riley. Oh my goodness. That is not the life of Riley for Rick Byron when you see a punter do that in a big spot.
Yeah, especially
What a
when
huge play.
When you're trailing by 2 touchdowns, you want to pin them deep and get the ball.
We talk about special teams, Dennis. That's like a 79-yard play. Because if he gets a 35-yard punt at a bounce at the 9, instead he's the 44. So.
Yeah, not exactly 75.
Oh, sorry. Well, maybe a 35-yard play, whatever. It's a huge play.
Right.
That's like counting it twice.
But it was
they have it at the 9, instead he's got the 44. So
exactly, it was a not so special punt by Mr. Dixon.
Indeed, 35 yards. Don't see that, Rick. Hang in there. Linebacker Le'Veon Bell guess right. +3. Good call by Rick.
You know, sometimes a coach will do that. They'll type something in the game, and that's just to make the other guy loosen up. Rick has no intention of giving up on this one, especially with all the weapons he has.
So a little psychological warfare on the part of the Ramblers coach, what Dennis is implying. 2nd and 7 for Ashland at their own 47, 2:06 to go.
Well,
is this game being broadcast live, Dennis, or no?
It's being broadcast, but not live. I haven't shared the link out with anyone except you.
Okay.
So we'll share it out after the game.
2:06 to go. 2nd and 7, big defensive stand here for the Ramblers after that catastrophic 0-yard punt. Linebacker Le'Veon Bell gets wrong 7 yards on the first down. As I said, Rick is good and average.
But what I was saying is you can tell that he's not giving up, because when a coach gives up, he doesn't do anything. He just stands around, calls pass or run, doesn't move guys. You'll never see Rick do that.
Dennis had all kinds of horrible luck in the game against me just a couple hours ago, and you did not give up and almost came back to tie it. Short pass wrong, Terrence Williams. Receiver 3 +39, a huge play for the Eagles. Receiver guess wrong, 1926. Receiver, I was going to say Dale's weapons don't seem to match Rick's, but he gets a huge play there, and now Rick feels like, this game might be written, as he said earlier. Famous line from Lawrence of Arabia. Walking back on halfback, 1st and goal from the 7 for Ashland.
Now, when I'm in this spot, up 2 touchdowns, I'm just going to pound it in. I don't care. I just want to get a 3-score lead. I don't care what happens. Don't risk throwing a pick, especially maybe in a pick 6.
Both Dale and Rick agreeing with you. Dale runs it, and Rick snuffed it out with a proper run key of D'Angelo Williams, a loss of 1. But that's especially, Dennis, in this rule set, I think, and maybe in any rule set. You get a field goal here at worst, and you're up 17-0 with a whole quarter to go. It's hard to get 3 scores, and there's no dump-off here. So let's see if Dale takes your advice. And this is a modern league, so these kickers are 2-10 or 2-11 in here. Our game earlier, Dennis, you have one of the end run left. Andrew Luck, that's wrong. 8 yards, touchdown for Andrew Luck.
Wow. Nice call there by Dale.
Tremendous end run column. Rick was showing blitz. He did not think that Dale was just going to pound it in. He was respecting the Luck passing card, but Luck did it with the running, and now it's going to be 21-0 Ashland. This is one of the reasons I don't like. I'm not saying it's a bad rule. I don't like when I have to pick my opponent, Dennis, in the playoffs. What could be worse karma than that? Yes, I choose you to advance my championship aspirations. The kick is 3 yards into the end zone for Farrow Cooper, brings it out to the 22.
Yeah, I can think about all the times where I've had a decent team and had a high seed in like SOMIFA or SSFA, and I wind up playing a really good team that struggled all year, and I don't get to pick my opponent. That's why I put it in. I love the idea.
Well, I had to do it last year, and I won the title in the summer sprint. So everyone left LaShawn McCoy, blocking back, could not make the block. And for you again, a lot of good weapons on this Rambler offense, but with no dump off, it's going to be hard to score 3 touchdowns in 1 quarter. They have to rely upon a turnover on the other end, which Andrew Luck can provide with the interception.
Yeah.
Short pass, Kenny Brick, defense double teaming elsewhere. 13-yard completion. They see Big Ben 3-7-13.
Not very good.
Dennis.
This is not your typical Big Ben card.
Yeah, 14 completion that gets right. It's one of those, Dennis, I remember because I had him in Samsung and then before I gave up the team. It's a flat pass, long pass card.
Right.
Which you see with some of the modern quarterbacks. 1st and 10 for the Ram, and those cards aren't bad. And remember, right to Shady McCoy, defense gets us wrong, a 6-yard pickup. If you're Rick, you feel like you have to get a touchdown this drive, right, Dennis?
Absolutely. And that 5, which was a +13 on a short pass, was a +31 long. We had almost the same kind of situation in our game where I was behind big, and you can kind of tell I was going to call run. You did a great job of calling run and keying the right guys, stuffing out my comeback. I had gone deep a couple of those times. There was like a 5 roll, -4, and you were calling run or calling key. Probably weren't keying. You were calling run because you left the free safety home. So.
Yeah, I don't like to give you the long pass wrong, no man, especially when I have a nice lead. 3rd and 1 for the Ramblers. We'll take a left to Shady gains 3. Rick's just trying to say, give me that 7 short game, that 9 plus 24. Something on the edges, as Dennis likes to say. Now the clock is running. 11:42 for the Ramblers. Field goal does them no good. Touchdown or bust. And then they got to do it again. Emerald Wright McCoy.
That's a ballsy call. Nice job, Dale. I find when I'm up 3 touchdowns, I'm hardly ever mixing in the run call. That maybe I need to learn something from Dale. I'm just calling pass, letting him eat up the clock. But man, that was a good call.
Well, sometimes it depends on your opponent if you know his tendencies. But Dennis, your caution is understandable. Because let's see, that would have been a receiver on a long pass wrong.
Yeah, true.
Maybe to Kenny Britt or Will Fuller, and you would have then been second guessing yourself and saying, "What am I doing calling run?" But I like to do it. I like to sprinkle in the occasional run call late in the game in the lead. If I feel like my opponent's a guy's going to run, some guys won't run.
Right.
3rd and 3 for the Ramblers, and depends on a lot of the things, If the quarterback is interception prone. 3rd and 3 for the Ramblers at the Ashland 42. Long pass, Kenny Britt. See, call run that time gets wrong, but is incomplete. The good defense coming to the 4 for Dale Van Dieven, the DVD. And now the Ramblers sees first 4th and 3 at the Ashland 42. They're obviously to go for it. Ben Roethlisberger, 8 of 21 for 66 yards, Dennis.
Yeah, maybe we should introduce those new modern dump-off things.
Oh, no, this is fine. He's averaging nearly 4 yards an attempt. We'll take it right to Sean McCoy. Defense calls run and 4th and 3. Blocking back +6 and +4 first down. Either way, the blocking back bailout, as Dennis will tell you.
Yep, that 10.
Brought to you by the good folks at
StubHub. If you wanna watch these games live and in person, just go to StubHub.
That's right.
And then get the link from me.
First. So Rick got the first down. Only 9:36 to go. Needs a touchdown this drive. Now Dale's probably going to hit him with some pass calls. And we're right for Mike Gills at the dreaded 5. Oh, you hate to see it.
Well, Gillisley's only run twice today, so he's been using him as a threat, but he hasn't been following through. If you say
Shady's having a good game. You might see Gillisley now unleashed with plenty of carries.
It's going to be the title of his autobiography.
Plenty of carries or unleashed?
Gillisley Unleashed.
Plenty of carries. 5 minutes left to Jordan Reed. Do you guys play White Dice 6 or no?
No, nothing. We had nothing, just like Summer Sprint.
Okay, that's why 9 of 22. That's why Big Ben's stats look much like Jim Plunkett's tonight.
No, Jim Plunkett was worse. Five interceptions
Absolutely.
for Mr. Plunkett.
12 of 43, I believe, was the final one. Almost at 25% completed.
And a fumble.
3rd and 3.
Fumble.
That's right, 3rd and 3. Emerald lets Mike Gillisley pass. How'd you like that maneuver, Dennis? I mean, not taking a knee in the last play of the game.
Oh, I loved it. I love it. Definitely
against any other coach.
Against
any other coach, I take a knee. You're the only one that I'll try to run it up on because you have run it up on me, so to speak, against my rebuilding teams. My team's going 0-16 here, and you're running up the score in the end because you're upset because you're only winning by 10. You say, I got to win by 17.
It's not so much upset. It's just because I think it's funny.
Okay. 1st and 10.
I find a good chuckle out of that.
I don't think it's so funny. 1st and 10 for the Ramblers at the Ashland 17. Off tackle elect to Mike Gillisley, 8 yards. On the 2nd and 2 for the 9. 7:12 to go. Got to hit pay dirt here.
So you get a touchdown, you go onside kick right away, or do you try to kick it deep and make them go 3 and out?
Let's see how quick I score. I think I'll kick it deep.
Me too. Okay, you're gonna get the ball twice. So.
Well, you never know. You get a snap fumble, a kick return fumble, anything. I'm right to Shady, defensive end -2 or +3. This is where the Big Ben short pass right card hurts you a little bit. It's not awful. It's not awful. I think it's like at 14 units. I'd like it to be a little better for the modern quarterbacks. Maybe I'm spoiled. I don't know. Won't be spoiled this year, Dennis, with Andrew Luck as my quarterback in both of my fall teams. Yeah, 2 years out of 3, pretty much no Andrew Luck, Dennis. 1st and goal from the 6. Only 6:36 to go. Maybe you do it to think onside kick now. I think we see a pass. Short pass, Kenny Britt. Defense is blitzing the safety. Defender X +12. Touchdown. Kenny Britt beats Logan Ryan, the 5. White die 6. And the Ramblers finally get a roll here. 10 of 23, 79 yards for Big Ben. He's going to try the extra point here. Doesn't do any good, Rick, to to go for one, to go for two rather.
Yep, it's not going to give
victory.
you any mathematical advantage by going for two.
I think you have to go. I think you have to try the onside kick. Actually, Dennis. Now there's only 6 minutes left. 6:18 left.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know.
Desperation time.
Again, it's another situation where you have to know your opponent. I think Dale's is going to pound it over and over again, so I might go deep, try to go three and out.
Kicks it deep. He gets a touchback out to the 25.
You're going to need one onside kick. You're not going to need two onside kicks. I mean, two would be nice, but you're not going to get two in all likelihood. So he's got a good offensive line and Le'Veon Bell, so you're going to see flat passes or runs. Probably run on first down here. That's my prediction. Try to take advantage of that 4 nose tackle.
I think you're right. Good and average. Joe Tucker right to Le'Veon Bell gains 4. Fumble number of 15.7 for Bell. Andrew the snap fumble number of only 1.
Nice.
2nd and 6.
Very effective card.
Yeah, I like this luck card. The interceptions are a little high or guessed right for a modern quarterback, but even so, it was a good card. Short pass to Terrence Williams, incomplete. As that time. Go ahead, Dennis.
No, that's good. Another good call by Rick there, because if he called run, that's a completion and another set of downs. He's got a chance here to stop him on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the luck card is a good passing card. Competes on all 3 levels, definitely, absolutely. Better long than a lot of modern quarterback cards. But the interceptions on right hold it back a little bit. I think I had it like around number 10 or 11 in the set.
How many rushes does he get? That in run?
Only two, I think. No Russell Wilson here, Dennis. 3rd and 6.
He's used one of those so far. He's gone 3-4 against 3 wide.
Jordan Topman, Dennis, I believe, has a huge fumble number. I had him on my Samifa team. I believe he had 0 carries for the season. 3rd and 6 for Ashland.
Just right off tackle. That's an interesting dynamic.
I think he has a huge fumble number, a huge one.
So look for a flat pass here.
Short pass, Jason Witten.
Oh,
First down.
It would have taken a true double team, but you don't get the opportunity to double team with a free safety if you stay 3-4 against a 3 wide set. So that was written on the walls there, folks. Nothing you can do.
Witten now retired. His last card finally coming.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how he does on Thursday Night Football or Monday Night Football, whatever he's going to be on.
Hopefully he's better than Tony Romo, who everyone loves, but who I find to be kind of annoying. 1st and 10 for Ashland. Everyone hated Phil Simms. I kind of like Phil Simms.
I don't mind Phil Simms. I really don't mind any of the announcers.
I'm that way, too. You get a lot of posts on the forum. Oh, I can't stand this guy. I mute the TV, blah, 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 blah. I really don't feel that way about most of the announcers. Well, I'm not really a Romo fan. I'll be honest with that. And Gruden could be a little much at times, but he's gone now. 1st and 10, everyone left to D'Angelo Williams.
The thing with
Loss
me,
of 1.
When I'm watching a game, I'm rarely watching it live, so I will always fast forward the commercials or watch it on Game Pass. So I have a hard time having an opinion on the announcers because I don't really hear all the little stories in between plays.
I see. 2nd and 11 for Ashland at their own 41. Now you got me. I feel like just you saying that about watching the games got me a little motivated for the upcoming football season, which is less than 4 months away.
Nice.
Fewer than, I should say.
Oh, he
short
calls
pass
run.
to wrong. Terrence Williams, 18 yards and a huge first down. The play action. You know, Dennis, you're in such a difficult spot when you're down like Rick is, 21-7. The other guy has a nice quarterback. You know he wants to run the ball, to run clock. It's hard. It's just hard.
You've got to be perfect. You've got to get 3 perfect calls in a row or 3 right calls in a row. Now, that one, if he had called pass, he would have stopped it. Remember, too, is that Rick has the good run average pass defense. So he got hurt on that one because that's an extra receiver reading there on 5.
Yes, that's right. I believe it's incomplete with the good, right?
Right. But I don't remember how many men in the zone he had. I think there was only 3 men in zone, so it might have been a receiver reading.
Yeah, it would have been receiver. I checked Dales, who is good. Okay. But still, good thought.
Yep. So now we can just pound it in. Look at Butch is asking for a game if he wanted to still try to get another
might be a little late for me. I don't know. Tell him, where is he?
He just
tell him to think about it.
Okay.
He's slacking off. Tell him to think about it.
Okay.
Andrew Luck on the keeper, quarterback keeper, gains 3. Dale inching closer to field goal territory, which would seal the game which is almost sealed already, although anything can happen. You know, a fumble here, a snap fumble,
Let's check
running
out,
back fumble.
let's check out his kicker. Is he one of those guys who can hit deep kicks?
Well, you know, let's get at least 3 yards.
33 to 40 by Will Lutz.
Only 2 to 6 though. Yeah. And when you have the big lead, do you want to miss that and give the guy good field position 7 yards back?
I think I'd just go for it. If I
would go for it as well. You get it, the game's over. Yep. Basically. I'm almost certain Topman has a huge fumble number. Huge, Dennis. I could be wrong. We're going to find out. Looks like a right to Topman -4. No, he has almost no fumble number. -369. Just like I called it, Dennis. It was probably the hyper limited rules of Samifa for a guy like that prevented him from getting the rock. Plus, I had 2 good running backs with Ryan Matthews and Devonta Freeman. So 4th and 8.
We had him in Autumn Wind. Although even there, because of his limited carries, he wouldn't have as much use from us.
Yeah, here's a punt, 62 yards. Was it a drop kick?
It's up and good. That's 3 more points for Dale. Oh, wait a minute. This is not Australian rules football.
Oh, that's right. Thomas Morstead. This is Morstead.
Well, this is all over, folks. The game's over. It's all over but the crying.
Well, maybe not. Oh, this is what you were going trying for earlier. You open for a big touchdown and an onside kick, and then a touchdown.
No, but I only needed a field goal. A touchdown and a field goal. I was down 10. But even so, in this rule set, it makes it tough to realize
it does. It does.
And now
especially when you throw an interception on the first play, makes it even tougher. I've always found.
Yeah, and now Rick won't even call timeout. So a couple knees and we're done.
That's right. I hear the dishes clanging in House Crowley.
Yeah.
Who's on KP duty?
That is my my one and only daughter, Hunter. She's doing the dishes.
And I made a mess.
That's
all right. She's helping me out. Dad's back is hurt, so everybody's stepping up and doing extra chores.
There you go. Is her middle name Gatherer?
No. Her middle name is Michaela Yuki. Hunter Michaela Yuki.
Oh, I didn't hear part of that. Michaela what?
Yuki. It's Japanese for snow child. So all of our kids have Japanese middle names.
I'm going to turn on the sound that usually is. All right, say it again, Dennis. I had my break noise going. I couldn't hear it.
Oh, I just said her middle name is Yuki. I said that means snow child in Japanese. Yuki. All of our kids have Japanese middle names.
I heard that part.
Yeah.
One of my best friends growing up was half Japanese. His mother was Japanese. She was, born and raised in Japan, and his father was a Marine stationed in Okinawa. I guess in the 1970s, perhaps 60s or 70s, and they got together and they got married, and he brought her back over here to the States.
Beautiful. Yeah, my wife's half Japanese, so the kids are a quarter.
I understand that. Yeah.
We got an 8-yard run there by D'Angelo, and that should definitely do it. Now, Rick, I told you he wasn't going to call them out, but up to that point he still was. He's still fighting to the end. I like it. So Dale joins myself in the semifinals, and there's 2 other games scheduled one scheduled for Saturday, and another one later the weekend. I think on Sunday.
Has there been interest from the Battle Royale community and you putting in the dump off? I thought guys liked the idea of.
There's a group of. It's those old stalwarts from the Oops, board of directors that love the fact that we have a rule here without the white die 6 and without the dump off. And I used to like that a whole lot, and I still kind of like it, but I've kind of come over a little bit on your side that you kind of need it in the modern league. I mean, you don't need it, but it kind of makes more sense and makes for a more enjoyable offensive game. You will have games like this where the coaches, look at the winning quarterback completed less, about 50% of his passes. That's a good game. You don't have a lot of flat pass guys going crazy. It's just a different game. I look at it more like a contest, not necessarily a simulation of football. This is Battle Royale. matching wits with the back and forth head-to-head stuff. So you can still have that with the dump off and the white die 6. And I am considering it, so I'm not gonna. I don't want to get into a big discussion, but next Battle Royale we might have those 2 rules in place.
Sure. Yeah, the time I'm pretty happy with where my strat is right now in terms of how many leagues I'm playing in. So I'll probably maintain what I have now.
Got it.
So what?
Makes sense. So you're saying don't put it in just for you?
Certainly not. Not that you would, but certainly don't.
Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to shut this broadcast.
I don't need the order win guys coming after me.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Tom, for joining us and taking over the play-by-play calls. Congratulations, Dale. And good season, Rick, despite getting knocked out. It just happens to anybody. When these single elimination tournaments are tricky. All righty, guys. Signing off.